The thing I find frustrating with it is everyone's going to have a bad game. We know Trent doesn't have pace. Everyone knows it. It's not normal. It's not like we don't know it. Like, we know Trent doesn't have pace. And if you come up against a winger who's just going to knock it and run, then
and that was what
you're going to get beat.
Most of his dribbles past were pace. Like, there's a few times he played through it and nutmegged him or turned him inside out. A couple of times he really properly sat him on his ass quickly. But that's 30% of the time. The other 70%, it was Doc beat for pace. Trent could have maybe taken him down cynical foul, but what's the point if you've got a game plan to not do that?
He tactically had it covered anyway, even with Trent getting beat. Yeah, it's a bad stat against Trent, but at the same time, it didn't lead to anything. So I think everyone just needs to shuffle out.
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Dub Sessions podcast, presented by me, James Double, aka Dubs. LFC_J Dubs, not Dubs LFC. Dubs LFC is in fact
me, Ben Double,
who is my brother.
Yes.
The weirdest intro we've ever done, but we're here to stay. Here, rapping professionally for 1,000 followers.
No, we're not here to stay because who's away for 2 weeks?
We're going to jump straight into it. I'm off on my honeymoon for 2 weeks. So this is my last podcast.
They got married last July, by the way.
Mexico is rainy season when we got married, so delay into the sun. Yeah, so this guy's going to be doing it with zero preparation. Sorry if it's an absolute...
This is true. I am not going to prepare.
No, you're not.
There will be no structure.
It will probably be an hour rant. And whoever his special guest is, essentially a special guest.
I'm not going to sit and talk to myself up.
You just does that a lot. It's fun. Probably just be sat in silence, just sat here like this while you just rant about Michael Oliver or something.
I could, to be fair.
You definitely do for an hour. How have you been otherwise?
Poorly again.
Poorly again? This guy's health.
This started from last week, though. It was half an hour before last week's pod that I felt it, didn't I? And then it got worse and worse, worked through it, and I'm starting to feel better.
Right then.
No, and I'm off to Dublin on Friday, actually. I don't drink anymore. Very sensible. Thank you very much.
Through drinking, probably.
Yeah. We'll
definitely that. Well, in light news, not so poorly is Liverpool's current form and position in the table.
What is poorly is Arsenal's current form.
An immediate bait. I feel like when you do that, by the way, there's a bit of podcast admin in real life for the 1,000 of your faces.
I'm going to have to put a fish reel.
No! Just Tom Hardy over my face. Bait.
For fuck's sake.
More editing for him. That's going to be great.
Explosion! Oh, no.
If anyone knows, you know. But he will now have to do that. So. But yeah, so I would say it was a bit of a mixed week, just from the Villa draw last week. Quite a lot of fallout, quite a lot of hysteria over our potential...
Reactionary Reds. Stupid.
Reactionary Reds, on contrast to Arsenal.
I actually made a tweet. I quote tweeted because Arsenal were like, oh, we 5 points. The gap can be 5 points on Sunday. And I quote tweeted them saying, working in it doesn't work because we could be 11 points clear on Sunday.
Oh, I was right. But I mean, it is true. And
it's football. Anything can happen. This is one thing I want to get.
And anything can happen from
it. Oh, yeah, 100%. We can still lose it. But we could. I highly doubt it, but...
I want to describe it as we've got, our pinky on, 11 points with 9 wins needed. How many games? 11?
11, 7 at home.
7 at home. I feel like that's a pinky finger on the gut right now.
4 away and 3 away are in the last 4, I think.
And one of them, Arsenal at home.
I think Chelsea and Fulham, Leicester maybe, are amongst the last 5 games of the year. They're all away.
We could get in a solid position. Potentially have won it by then.
Well, if Arsenal lose to Forest tomorrow and we win, that's 14. There.
And then we have guard of honours from Chelsea.
Arsenal. Chelsea, I'm not really bothered by.
I say they're giving Gravenberch a guard of honour. It'd be delicious.
And it's delicious.
The next Lavia.
I would describe it as delicious.
It's the next Lavia as well. Very happy. But yeah, so quite a lot of reaction around the Villa draw, even though Villa away, proven by many teams, isn't easy. Yeah, well, I've got some notes, and we'll cover it briefly. Most of this pod will be around the Manchester City game. The absolute somehow domination, but probably not in a weird way. Get into that, that's fine. I realise I'm on a summary of the pod run through when I haven't actually introed that I am summary of the pod run throughing, but I will continue. We're going to round off with a special recap of something else from our 25 episodes so far. 26 if you count the one that never aired. But we'll move. Moment of the week, which we have not asked your faces for, but we will give our moment of the week.
As always, we are very professional. He puts it down to me, but at the same time, he's got access to Twitter.
I'm old.
Older?
Get down with the kids. What are you, an uncle?
Oh, for fuck's sake. That's what they actually call me on that letter.
He's now an uncle. There's not... I'm having a baby, by the way. He's not an uncle yet. Well, he's an uncle to other people. In circles.
And Cody.
Moving on.
Picture of the dog.
We'll preview the upcoming game against Newcastle, which will be very tasty. That is tomorrow. Recording this on the Tuesday evening. Just before the game, if that.
I always get it out for Wednesday morning. Not sure about you.
I do not. I have still not published last week's episode, so that is solid effort from me. Only on Apple, though. On Spotify, it goes. On Spotify, if you literally click save and it goes. On Apple, you have to save it.
I'm not going to be uploading it next week to Spotify.
Why?
No, you can't get in.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's lying. That's more popping. Why are we doing pod admin? Call it. Podmin. Why are we doing podmin right now? We're going to move on. We will start with the review of the Villa game. So, 2-2.
I'm trying to remember the game.
One of those where it felt like we should have won 4 or 5.
Oh, the fucking Nunez and Jota chances.
Jota chances. Subject to those going in, it could be 4 or 5-2. They took their chances they got in classic, where you have to against start.
Mm-hmm.
A bit of shit defending for them, probably. At least one of them could do better, I think.
We played a lot better. I wasn't pissed off with the performance. Not annoyed, frustrated that Jota and Nunez didn't finish. I love how some people having to go at Shobra's life for passing. Nunez. I don't. He turned a 0.5 xg into like a 0.9 xg in that situation. Like, it was just Nunez should have put it in the back of the net. Should have. But then at the same time, I said to someone, I was more confident on Jota finishing his chance than I was on Nunez finishing his, and Jota missed. I was like, the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, right.
And they both get dropped and we don't start off strike at the weekend.
Neither come on the pitch either, which is weird. Yeah, that whole reaction from it as well. And like quite a lot of people were like, drawn that game.
It's over.
Season's over. We're struggling, all this. And I'm like,
stupid.
For like judging, not slot, I'm not judging the team for a fall down essentially, but we had the chances to win that game easily, comfortably.
Yeah, 100%.
Like an easy win.
Yeah.
So there's no reaction from me. Just one of those
games.
We
say well. I thought we played a lot better from Wolves and a lot better from Everton. Everton game we got screwed over. Wolves we managed to get the win. Villa we easily got the win.
Circumstance didn't happen. I completely agree with that. In your opinion, anyone particularly shy? There's obviously one name we won't mention right now because we'll do a whole segment on him.
Shobo.
Praise him. Give him his flowers.
Shobo is like at the end. Well, it goes to the Man City game this bit, but him collapsing at the end of that game, just like flat out. Just every game he puts his all into it, and if he has an off game and not in the game, people slate him straight away. Come back, like absolutely slating him, or he shouldn't be starting. And I'm like, how do you not see his importance? And he's even getting goals and assists now as well. And it's still not good enough for people.
That was the thing, wasn't it? That was everyone wanted that to be added to his game. Definitely bring that in.
Yeah, 100%.
The intensity that he brings. He will always be missed if he's not on the pitch, simply for the fact that no one can actually press like he can press.
Has he been scoring more Because Jones is playing as well, though. Because we are starting with the 2 extra.
That's the first game.
I think we've done it one more.
Okay.
I don't know if he did.
I don't recognise it. Yeah, Shogo completely fair. One of the other people that I want to praise in general, just because it's now completely expected from them, is both Matty and Virgil.
And Maka and Grab.
Best midfield.
I've seen someone miss Grab out of Maka out of our starting 11. Potentially buying people for next year kind of thing. No. As in, but they started Jones ahead of him.
Oh, no offense to Jones.
Oh no, Jones playing well, but
Maka
is arguably the best centre mid in the world at the moment.
Yeah, best in his position, 1,000%.
And 100% in the league. In the league, 100%. I don't watch enough of La Liga to know what Pedro and Gabby in. That's the only thing.
Yeah, but so just to be devil's advocate for the sake of that argument, I'm not I'm not wanting Maka to do what Gravenberch does.
No.
So, best midfielder in the world, the only reason I can agree with it is because he will literally do everyone's job.
So,
it's the same.
I said centre mid.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. He's 100% nailed on best centre mid in the world.
Right, okay.
Well, in the league, then I don't know about
that's not
Gabby and all.
box.
No, that's the centre mid.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know, is it 6? It's just no. 6 is Grab. You know what I mean? It's more of a creative one. It's not proper box to box, but it's in between, isn't it?
Well, he literally does everything though. You ask him to hold, he'll hold. You ask him to play a 10, he'll play a 10.
But it's like that Thiago kind of.
Yeah, 1,000%. Yeah. Like a 7.5.
Yeah.
Just a 7, but then that's not right as a winger.
Used to be a winger. Anyway,
how did that even happen? 6, 7, 8, and then 7's all the way over there. I don't know. But yeah, come back to the centre backs though. Both of them are just solid.
Awesome.
And if they can keep the partnership, and if they can and if we can not do what we did against City, which we'll go into. City was fine. Not do what we do when we dominate the ball and have to run a lot to keep passing, kicking, doing things, hoping their hamstrings don't go, essentially.
If they both sign contracts, they're going to go down as the best centre-back partnership in the league ever.
In Verge?
Yeah.
Because of the years to come?
Yeah, an extra 2-3 years together. My point is.
So you're saying 2
years? We wasted 2 years of Konate's bad season. I don't see it as a bad season. If both Konate and both sign,
if they stay fit as well. Yeah. Not against it if the trophies come with that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
This year will be a treble, next year will be a quadruple. Year after that, quadruple. Year after that, Club World Cup. It's going to happen.
And by then, Arteta's dead.
Wow. Happened.
Did you not see his quote?
No.
He says, "I'll be dead when I stop trying," or something, or
so he stopped trying.
Yeah.
He's thrown in the towel. Yeah, that's it.
It's been very bleak.
Really. I was like, "What are you planning?" We'll go on to arguably the main man, because he is the main man in a minute. Salah.
Main man in the world.
He is trying to drag us through games at times. So think about the Villa.
At times,
No, but because I feel like if I say he's dragging us through games, that means you're doing a disservice for the rest of the team. I'm saying at the times where the rest of the team are doing it, Salah's like, fine,
we've let him down
on my back
on 2 or 3 occasions this year. Newcastle, he let him down.
Newcastle,
he dragged us through.
Arguably,
and then
Everton.
Mistake. Not blaming that.
No.
Yeah, so he dragged us into that game. Everton, but that's decisions. That's
Villa though.
Then Villa, yeah.
Goal or assist. What is it? 5th on the trot, goal or assist?
I don't know, but he's broke the record, didn't he?
Break the record.
12? Do you see how many records he broke in that game?
Oh, was it?
The City.
10, wasn't it? 8 or 10?
Something mad like
that. So just a real off some of them off my head is the. I went to do it then, but zero chance of me doing it. So
I know, he's on the list already of top goals and assists in the season. He's 7th or 8th, all time. He's up there with Messi's and Ronaldo's. The other one was Suarez or something. It's mad. Obviously, no one's ever going to beat Messi 102.
No, that single
is fucking stupid.
So might as well it's still the Man City game, but we're still reviewing Villa. But
we're on to Salah.
We're on Salah here. So recap all of them. So Salah is the first player in Premier League history to register 40+ goal involvements in 2 different seasons. Salah is the first player in Europe's top 5 leagues to be directly involved in 50 goals across all comps in 24-25. Salah has now scored and assisted in 11 league games this season, most by a player in a single season in Europe's Big Five leagues. It's Lionel Messi, 2014-15, who also got 11. So if he does it one more time, he beats that. Salah has provided more assists in 24-25 than any other Liverpool player has in a single Premier League campaign, which is nuts. Salah is the first player in Premier League history to score and assist both games against the reigning champions. That's huge.
Yeah.
And then Mo Salah is the first player to score in 25 plus goals and register 15 plus assists in a Premier League season.
What, isn't it?
Is the greatest individual season in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And do it again. Okay. Some of my favourite stats not even on
the only thing is if he stopped now. Do you know what I mean? He could get injured and that's over.
Still,
the way he's going,
it's still an argument though.
Yeah, it would still be an argument. But people are saying Saka will be on for one.
I was like, no, for this year.
Before his injury, they were like, "Oh, he's on for one."
No, he's not. No, he ain't got the goals.
No, he's got good assists. But
yeah, fine. Not single greatest. He's not breaking records. He's not carrying team. Absolutely not. The other one that I love is the Eden Hazard one. Salah's now scored and assisted in 11 this season. His whole entire career, Eden Hazard did it 10 times. Salah's done that this season, doing it for 8 years. I played Salah. Yeah. Kind of run out of superlative. The way he plays.
Just needs a signing.
Question with that. If he had secured his
obviously there's still rumours that both of them have signed, waiting for Trent.
Yeah,
have you seen the rumours about Trent today? Another Spanish journalist saying it's basically done for Madrid. 4-year deal.
Whatever. Until I hear it from anyone but a Spanish journalist, I'm not even allowing any credit for it. Before we move on then.
It's funny how... Sorry, I'm just going to say quickly. It's funny how they released this as soon as Bradley's confirmed out for 3 weeks.
As in like a bit
Trent has to start.
Stirring.
Yeah.
Trying to... Who would your man of the match be against Villa?
Against Villa... Nunes?
I don't know what to say because I know how much hate people.
Salah, you just can't go against Salah.
We might as well talk on that though, because we're now going to transition into the City review. Be a slightly longer segment. Nunes on Jota did not play. Was that other than the tactical obvious element, they didn't even come on that slot to score those chances.
Jota had only just got back from injury. He's been playing you know what I mean?
Yeah, rotation.
I think it was more about control in that game anyway.
Right.
I think we didn't need to press that back line when we're using it wingers. If you notice, we were all tracking back, and I think overloading that midfield was more important. I think that's why he went for that way. I don't see us doing that against Newcastle. So I see Jota starting. And obviously Gak is back now.
Yeah, we're not doing a preview for Newcastle yet, mate. Don't jump ahead of yourself. We just spent half the video on talking about the City game, and now you're talking about the Newcastle preview when we're in the City bit. We haven't even started the City bit yet. I cannot believe you.
You're talking about how Jota and Nunes didn't play, but that rested from next.
So I might as well give my opinion as well. I agree with you. I don't think it's a reflection on the players.
I don't think it is.
It's a reflection on the tactical element that Slot.
Yeah.
I do not believe Guardiola ever thought Slot was going to do what he did.
No.
That's not even saying Slot's tactical masterclass. It is, but
he has done it once though with us starting without a striker.
No, but I'm not even on about that. I'm on about the way we were have the ball.
Yeah,
we'll have 30% possession. We're not going to try and fight.
But we've said that we banged on about this all year. How we are comfortable without the ball.
Yeah, and in these exact realization I had today was what Slot probably did was watch how did Arsenal grind out the ball that they celebrated in September. Oh, when City have the ball in the edge of the box, they can't do shit. Oh, when they go to Doku, go to Spino,
especially about Haaland,
they have no end product. It would have been a completely different game for Haaland
because of Marmoush
feeding Haaland.
Yeah. Marmoush is fast, but there's no aerial presence.
No,
they couldn't have crossed the ball.
No,
against Virgin,
and even just the ability though of those players, like Marmoush could run off a player, have you think about something, and then Haaland's there, or other way around, vice versa, and they're the type of people they're going to get in positions later on in the game and make a difference. they are clinical strikers. If you don't have the quality elsewhere, which we'll get onto some of the players' little City rant later, quality is definitely missing now. They found it almost impossible to break down, which is insane. And we'll get onto that as well at some point. How about that? I just realised. Little hint to the special recap later. That's fine. So, City review though. So, we won 2-0. In a completely different style than we won 2-0 in December.
Yeah.
2-0 in December, we dominated them, threw them off the park, touches and gone. This one was, okay, try and play.
Yeah, it was going to be because they're in a better state than we were back then.
Love how
they got used to playing without Rodri.
Commentators cursed there were around some corners around the whole game. People constantly saying we're rubbish from corners. We have been rubbish for corners, last in the league for corners, all this stuff. And then go and score a corner with a beautiful
it was like that Tim Sherwood one.
Yeah, well, was that the
Firmino goal?
I just don't see them getting a goal from anywhere. They've got no aerial threat. Like Bobby Firmino had a goal. 90th minute. It's just like, oh, okay. Love it. The one thing I wanted to raise, so we had the lowest possession we've had all season because we accepted it. Everyone's using phrases like Liverpool dominated, Liverpool played City off the park. I don't think that's wrong. Very juxtaposed to the fact that we had the lowest possession we've had all season.
But so I didn't get to watch the game because I was at work other than the last bit, and then also I watched Match of the Day. I watched it a minute ago to make sure I did. And they did segments on our press, and how we just totally shut them down. Like Rico Lewis at left, at right back, we would shut on his passing lanes. And City of last year would have been so comfortable getting out of that.
Yeah,
they just weren't as comfortable, so they were more unsure and just from what I've seen, they played it
sideways, backwards.
Yeah, more than they would, more than playing sideways, backwards, and then around the edge of our box. I don't know if they did that as much, but
there's a bit. But I wouldn't say it was they used to play in that pocket.
Yeah, just to wait for the pass. Yeah,
and it was basically on the 18-yard.
Yeah, he's basically doing rondos.
Yeah,
but
there was a graphic at the start of the game. It's only the first half, so I'm going to absolutely butcher this. But essentially, they had something stupid like 65% possession. They had absolutely spitball of the numbers, but say 6 shots, 3 on target, and they had so many passes. They had 12 touches in the opponent's box.
Yeah,
we had remaining 35% possession. We had 3 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals, 13 touches in the opponent's box. So we had managed to get in their box more than they
did
when they had all the possession, all the passing, all of the attempts. And we were there you're fine, still around 20 yards. When you get anywhere near 20 yards, you're going to have to go down the wing, which we'll move on to next, or take a pop shot, which we've got the best keeper in the world. So your pop shots, unless if they're perfect, are not going in. And De Bruyne's was not perfect. Have you seen De Bruyne's shot that went out for a throw-in?
That was about...
It's one of those where De Bruyne's lining up. I think it was in the second half. You're there it's De Bruyne. Essentially Coutinho's pocket, we used to call.
Yeah.
De Bruyne was there. De Bruyne's done this 1,000 times.
And Salah cuts in as well.
It was so bad. And it's not when the football leaves you, he's gone, because De Bruyne can still play football really well, obviously.
Yeah.
But it was sad to see how bad it was in the moment, and the whole story around him. And then off someone on Instagram did the thing where they enlarge the goal and see how big they have to make it for the person to score. It's a pretty big goal. I'm going to put that out there. But yeah, so we'll move on quickly to we'll go into detail on it. The fullback situation. So we'll start with Savinho and Robbo because it's less apparent. But Robbo, I think, did really well.
I heard he did.
I saw he got slated quite a lot.
I was listening to the radio the whole game. And normally I can't stand Five Live because it is very biased against Liverpool. But that I don't know if they literally couldn't be, because it was how well we were, how good we were, and they mentioned a couple of times Robbo hands. Obviously, I heard, but
so there's one or two could have done better. One was like he tried to make a slide tackle in interception, felt a bit rash. Ball goes through to Savinho and they're on a break. Back, we're fine. Control, sort it. Other than that, I don't think he put a foot wrong the whole game. The end where he started to get a bit leggy, slot goes. The 30 against Savinho, who one of the promising players this year. To me, that sort of thing. Good. On the flip side of that, you've got Trent. Trent broke the record for being dribbled past the most. Game. Thoughts?
I don't care about that. Because did they score? Was there any output? No. I think that everyone needs to shut up about it. It's irrelevant stats when there's no output on it.
Yeah.
Totally irrelevant. Because Trent didn't want him to run down the wing. He wouldn't have let him. He pushed him down there for a reason. He's more dangerous cutting in, be able to find a pass. Than, do you know what I mean? Like, and the one I remember watching at this moment, like one time he did let him inside. It was like more. I felt like more dangerous than every time we went down the wing. I was like, I heard and like seen when it was just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So a few things. I don't think Trent let him. I think.
He's skinned with pace, 100%.
Doku had Trent's number the whole game, like completely obliterated him. Bad day, but
as a defender, you still direct them.
Yeah.
What way you'd rather get skinned?
Yeah, that's fine. Trent kind of led up to the slaughter. I think.
Yeah.
If he does you on the inside, if he does you down the, if he goes wide, skins you, it's like, hey, you're going to look stupid, but I don't care. If he goes down your inside, down the outside, sorry, would have Grava and Kanai sat there being,
Yeah.
That happened literally every single time. I think I agree with you of when he started to cut the other way.
Yeah, I think I seen one. And then, I think Endo was on at the time, and Endo came back and recovered from.
Yeah, ricochet shots, anything can happen.
Yeah.
He has a good right foot.
Yeah. That was the more threat.
And then, as Gary Neville actually said, he looks so awkward crossing the ball because he has no left foot, and how good he looks. And he is a really, really good dribbler because he is.
Yeah.
And like you almost have to concede, yeah, he beat Trent like 11 times because they had 75% possession and probably 50% of it was through Doku, just trying to take him on. But accept it because you kind of have a plan to deal with it. You know, there's no output.
Well, yeah, at one point on Match of the Day, they said there was an instance with one of the dribbles where Natty goes to go and Grav, like, stay where you are. Like, Grav went, two players on there. Like, Grav positioned himself just behind Trent to the left, so like he was literally like, I can't go that way. They went down the line, crossed it, and Kanati clears it.
Yeah.
Like, and that's literally what it was.
It was
100%.
Fencing around the box.
Yeah.
And again, I will say it, and like, this isn't to blast him, it's just to be completely unbiased. Trent, it was a really bad game for him from being skinned.
Defensive point, yeah.
Going forward, some magical moments.
Yeah.
Incredible.
One of his, I think one of the goals came from it as well.
I think it was the offside
build-up. No, I think it was in the build-up to one.
Oh, okay.
Like he switches the ball, and then it's like a minute or two before we actually score. Right. But he gets it out of our...
The Szoboszlai one. Definitely, like, it's a training pass that unlocks it, sort of thing.
But like, the thing I find frustrating with it is everyone's going to have a bad game. We know Trent doesn't have pace. Like, everyone knows it. It's not normal. It's not like we don't know it. Like, we know Trent doesn't have pace. And if you come up against a winger who's just going to knock it and run, then
that was what
you're going to get beat.
Most of his dribbles past were pace. Like, there's a few times he played through it, like nutmegged him or turned him into that. A couple of times he really properly sat him on his ass equivalent. But that's 30% of the time. The other 70%, it was Doc beat for pace. Trent could have maybe taken him down, cynical foul, but what's the point if you've got a game plan to not do that?
He tactically had it covered anyway, even with Trent getting beat. Yeah, it's a bad stat against Trent, but at the same time, it didn't lead to anything. So I think everyone just needs to about it, in my opinion.
So just to summarise the game as well, so Liverpool ended up winning 2-0 without a striker.
Yeah.
Thought people couldn't win without a striker. Well, not having a striker is a reason not to be winning at the minute.
A reason to fucking sign Salah again, I'm telling you that.
Yeah, well, I'm more a little nod to Arsenal. You can't win a game because you don't have a striker. It's like,
literally.
You know what, boys? We're going to prove to you it's possible. We're going to beat the reigning champions. There you go.
They'll just say that you got Salah still.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, how much is reliant on Salah? All of it. Involved in pretty much every So what was it in December? It was like he's involved in 75%. I think at that time we were like, yeah, fine, but we can make it up elsewhere. Stupid. But like that number's now gone to about 90% since that. Oh, Salah probably took a spite at us. Was like, you don't think this is me? I'm going to show you it's even more me. I'm going to get every single one. Yeah, it's insane, and he is incredible. So we might as well go straight on to him again.
Best player in the world. Got to get Ballon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or.
Like, we're winning the Prem.
We're winning the Prem.
Hopefully the Champions League. Definitely Carabao.
Hard draw. I think definitely Carabao.
Yeah,
get on to that. Get on to that. Leave it. That's a Newcastle preview. Mention topic we can talk about.
I just want to say one thing. The Geordies are on about like hoping that they break Salah's legs. So now I'm confident we're going to fuck you up.
I don't want Geordies to be against us, please.
They're all on about injuring Salah. Just take him out for the because obviously it's league, isn't it? Tomorrow.
Oh, they're saying do it tomorrow.
Yeah, so he's not playing the final.
You will have to be careful of Jolin doing that.
Yeah, 100%.
What's that? We mentioned him briefly, but Marmoush solidifies himself as the prince.
100%.
Obviously, and there was one moment where I was like, I feel like that was Salah being like an alpha, being like still in my pitch. Because there was a moment where he was trying to take on Trent, skinned him essentially, and Salah just rocks up, bodies him, ball goes out for a throw in, our throw in. Salah's face is just like really like angry. I'm like, so it is like this is his league, his season. It's all about him. Feel like you could talk about any of the players.
Can I just say that a little bit of a tangent? Slot owns Manchester. 3-0 this year in Manchester.
Yeah.
That bold head.
Yeah, was it the other way around? I got a result against us, but I mean, I'm going
to say a result.
If you can do that for the next year, I didn't say a win, so a result. But yeah, going back to the players, I feel like every single player, and even like we've spoken about Trent, but even Trent's forward play, every single player put in a graph. We've not even got to some of the most important players there. But before we get on to players, that Endo cameo.
Oh, every Endo cameo.
I know, but watching it, I was nervous. Obviously, because of the amount of pressure, and you just want to win.
You feel like they've got better. He's gaining confidence.
1,000%. Absolutely. And he's gained confidence in his role.
So I think he's confident in the manager as well.
Yeah.
I think now he knows that Slot values him. Yeah, I think that's the difference. Slot has belief in him. Not like he never did, but like, Endo knows.
That was the rumour, though.
Yeah.
But this game was literally crying out for him. Because I was sat there, like I say, nervous because they were particularly creating, but they obviously had like all the possession and it was under the cosh for pretty much the whole game. Endo comes on, he just starts kicking people and just dominating, getting into challenges, energy, he's everywhere. Mouthpiece in like a little Japanese bulldog. And yeah, the second I saw him coming on, it almost just relaxed me because I'm like, okay, we're seeing this out. That's Slot's way of saying, go do your thing, Endo, game over, done.
Do you see the reason why he went subbed Trent? Trent didn't run back.
Well, that's what? Bad reason?
That's what everyone's saying. Yeah. Like he had to go at him.
Oh, did he?
As in Slot like shouted at him when Trent wasn't running back, and then just subbed him straight after.
Yeah. I mean, he was gassed probably.
He was gassed, 100%.
Sprint after Doku for
yeah.
But
yeah, he probably wasn't human, but like annoyed in that situation. Yeah, like, fucking get off now because I need you to run against them.
Which comes against the next player we'll mention again, Jobo. You've already mentioned him completely collapsing.
He is, but engine.
Just a game changer for that whole entire game. Obviously, gets would have been a goal and assist if he.
He did have a goal and assist, didn't he?
No, I think he got the goal. The assist was Jones, which was offside.
Oh. No, he set up Salah. His was the flick on the corner.
Yeah, sorry, I thought Maka.
Yeah.
So he got a goal and assist. Yeah. Pretty good. Involved in everything, defensive, attacking, pressing, final minute. He's sprinting in like 94th minute as he does. Lapses.
I'm going to get a sugar top.
I want to say. So, next.
Nunes.
Yeah, proper flowers to him. And then I will say it again: we've got the best midfield three in the world. Because
we do. 100%. Just a perfect balance.
Maka was insane. Again.
Perfect balance. And pretending to be Thanos.
I don't know. Right over there. And then Gravenberch as well. But the Gravenberch was this game because not the Gravenberch we've asked him to play. The same way that you've alluded to with the whole, I stay there, I'm going to sit here. I'm a number 6. I'm a defensive 6.
It's like Jones did against Palmer.
Yeah, I'm a defensive 6. I'm going to sit here, defend this area, and I'm not going to do my Gravenberch turning.
That would have been sloppy, and that's where they play. You just stay. You occupy that space and just make sure they can play in that space because there'd be Foden and Marmoush 1-2s to get in behind. And that is the pocket, and couldn't do that. Really? They had to go down the wing, and they skinned, but how many crosses actually got to a player?
No, exactly. That's the other thing I will say, though, is Trent will be, and like I say, so for getting beat 11 times, completely blasted by the media.
Women's got away with it all year.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm raising.
He's been shit.
And then we have it. That's the end of the podcast. Yeah. Thank you for coming to this TED Talk.
He's been absolute shit. And like someone else said it, I've seen like game did he ghost against? Was that Arsenal? Ghosted? No segment on him. And like it happens with all the players.
Got a couple against a brace against Ipswich.
Yeah. And oh my god, best player ever.
Player of the year.
Like
insane. Well, player of the year last year.
Protected. They are protected.
Not doing it.
Like Walker didn't like I remember when Walker conceded a goal at the back post like Trent did against Fulham last year to an event. Mitrovic. Trent got blasted for it. Absolutely destroyed for letting him. Walker does it. They don't mention it. Or they go over it. But the media doesn't blast him for it. Like, what the fuck?
Right, it's because Trent's an easy kick. It's a narrative that jump on.
And they're all probably racist.
I don't know. Not the same thing. Man of the match before we move on. Go.
Shogo. And Salah.
I think it potentially is one of Salah's play for us.
Both. Men of the match.
High-five each other.
Men of the match.
I have 2 men of the match here. We'll move on to the Newcastle Preview. Cool.
I don't know, it's an interesting game, as you said. It's going to be very risky. Very risky. I think it's a game for Diaz Jota. I can see Jones get started and Show having a rest. Who have we got the weekend? FA Cup.
Weekend till
FA Cup.
PSG.
So maybe Show, it doesn't matter then, does it? Then you start Jones for so long.
I don't think we can.
No, I don't think we do either. We can't rotate Trent. But Brent.
Can you put Quanta in there? Play a different
against Anthony Gordon.
Do something. Well, you're going to let Anthony Gordon run past Trent if we're not going to play
defensively? He's not as good. He's not as fast as Doku.
But he's still quick. I'm not going to sit there and say he's fast.
What happened last time?
I think he played through the middle.
Did Bradley play?
Virgil van Dijk thing happened. Bradley played as well.
I think Bradley played.
I think Trent came on, didn't
he? Yeah, I think he was injured at that point.
I think Trent came on and Bradley was struggling and Trent came on and had a great game.
Yeah.
I think that's what. Do you think it's a bit of a warm-up for the cup final, though? Is it going to have any influence on the final?
The thing that I find interesting now is that Forest, Newcastle and Bournemouth, they can all get Champions League football. All of them. Because it's top 5 for Champions League football. And yeah, they're all up there. I think Chelsea, them, City and Arsenal. Arsenal might not even finish top 4, you never know. You see how close they are? Yeah. Like, they're closer to Chelsea than us.
Are they?
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was that. I knew that Forest were like...
Chelsea's like 6th or 7th, and Arsenal closer to Chelsea than us.
Oh. That is not what the narrative feels like. It's insane. I've seen the memes about like Forest being the Undertaker stood behind Arsenal being 3 points behind, and Arsenal's like 11 points behind Liverpool. Forest are just like, we're coming.
If they win, they're drawing.
So they need to win this game as well. So they can't.
And Newcastle, fourth, fifth. I think fifth, and then Bournemouth are fourth, something like that. Anyway, so every single one of them are going to be good for the games. So I think it'll be a hard game. On Newcastle, got a game. They still need to pick up.
My rebuttal to your comment earlier about them going for Salah. Yeah, Salah will get. Virgil, if you're listening, if they get Salah, I like the guy, but you get Isak. Not fair.
No, go for the midfielders.
Tit for tat.
They control the game.
Wow.
Tonali.
We'll go on to this. Other than Tonali, I didn't really think about Tonali.
I think he's just got back from injury.
Right, so potentially fitness or something like that. So yeah, they're playing on Sunday. Brighton.
Take up.
Oh, we're playing midweek because of Champions League.
Yeah.
They're playing Monday.
Gigs too.
After, sort of thing. Away to West Ham. Do something. That could be a rough game. So one of my things you've just kind of referred to it is going to be one in the midfield.
100%, because they're the second best midfielder in the league.
If Joelinton and Bruno.
He needs to get sent off.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
He gets away with bookings.
This is literally what I'm going to say is if they get booked for the cynical fouls that they should get booked for in the first 20, because that happens every time. They have 3 or 4 cynical first 20.
That should have been announced.
I don't know. They get 3 or 4 cynical first 20.
Yeah.
And then it will be a completely different game then at St James's Park because they break up our play. So,
you say completely different than St James's?
Yeah. If they get the booking early on,
100%.
Completely different. They literally break up our play constantly with their cynical fouls, the way how rough they are, and all that sort of thing. If they get booked, they can't risk it. They have to be a little bit more lenient, or we will just. Right, really? Especially when it's red carded.
We can't really do that, can we? Say play with. We can't start Jones and Shelby. We need a rest.
I don't think Shelby should play.
I reckon 60th. You've still got to keep momentum in and form in a player. Rhythm. Bring him 60th for Jones or something.
Find the ref.
It's going to be interesting. I'm worried. Sal doesn't really play close to. Who's on that side? Botman.
Oh wait.
Yeah, it would be Hull.
Is it left back?
Yeah, it would be Hull.
Yeah.
Hull's not that bad.
He's probably best left back at the minute. I'd argue. That is not fun.
Who is it?
Chris Kavanagh.
Well, I'm Hoover.
Imagine.
Who's the ref on Sunday? Because he's been complimented. They actually let everyone go and it was a natural game. But he was from Manchester. Anthony Taylor? No.
No, it was Anthony Taylor because I did the preview and said I never mind Anthony Taylor because he's so shit that it's shit for both teams.
Yeah, you did say that.
I think that was it. Which makes sense. I don't remember it being bad, but
no, that's what I'm saying. Everyone said that. Amazing.
Ended madly.
And
it was.
He wouldn't.
Wait, no,
he didn't. There's no controversial issues to speak about.
No, the refs weren't in the game like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably plays to Liverpool not trying to run out the ball though.
Yeah, true.
Right. They had the ball. They weren't doing anything. We let them not do anything. Then we scored. It's just how would you tactically beat Newcastle? So try and think about how Slot thought outside the box. Didn't play a striker. We recently drew to them, but it felt like a loss somehow. Did we lose to them?
It was a draw.
It was a draw. It felt like a loss.
We conceded Keller in the last second of the game.
That was it. Would he go again? Similar?
Yeah, 100%. Do exactly the same.
Yeah.
Different atmosphere. Anfield, not St James's Park. They aren't going to be in the game as much.
Rinse and repeat.
3-1 win.
So them not being in the game as much. Throw back Mine to last
unless they get an early goal.
Throw your mind back to last year. 2-1, Nunez
at St James Park.
But
And then
should have.
10 minutes.
But they should have destroyed us, shouldn't they? They were all over us. They should have scored so many goals. Roll on 4 months. January 3rd, January 4th. Liverpool break the record for the most XG against a single team in the league.
I call them the most hot and cold team in the league. On that day, they could be the best team in the league, other than us. Second best team.
If we're having a bad day.
If we're both playing our best, they can beat us.
No.
But my point is, they are the example of a purple patch. So last year, it was the start of the year. They had their purple patch.
Yeah.
Went up to November, December, and everyone's like, top 4 contenders and all this kind of stuff. And then they just dropped off. Whereas now they weren't playing that good at the start, and then from December to last couple months, that's when they have been. So they're due a drop off.
Results.
Yeah.
And then even though Forest.
When did Tonali get banned?
Year before.
I think he only came back this year.
Yeah, so last year and the year ban one.
Was it?
The year they were in the Champions League, he got banned in that year. So, just say you said something before you.
Double patch.
So Nottingham Forest, obviously they were beating them 4-1 at one point. Still comes back to 4-3, and Forest could have done one.
That's all. Yeah.
Is Liverpool can exploit them. There's goals to be had. We can do it.
And arguably, we weren't playing our best in December. I'd say we've had rough games, but we should have seen out. We weren't up to speed.
We're not losing though. That's everything.
Yeah, no, exactly. There's some games we don't get our second gear, but we still only lost one in the league all year.
My thought tactically is to switch it up just so that they can over-prepare versus how we nearly beat them last time. I would almost do the reverse of what we did for Man City in terms of we still flood the midfield. In midfield in a weird way as if I'm on goal.
Midfield.
I feel like I'm on the film Goal. Playing the midfield. He says all the time. Midfield. Flood it, but we flood it with Jota, Gakpo. Don't play like you have as and Salah.
Do you just say do you start just Maka and Grav as two holding and then play Jota and Nunez and Diaz and Salah?
But you play
both the strikers are coming back.
Yeah, you make sure they're in midfield.
Yeah.
But you do the inverse. And then what you do as well though on transition to not rapid. But on transition to not allow Gordon situation happen because Trent has to play. Grav does what he was doing the whole game against Doku, and Trent has a bit more freedom to dictate the playing to the people up front.
If you're sitting Maka and Grav there, Isaac's not getting the service either.
No.
So if you sit them two and then just let everyone else play, then
and they have to be fluid at the top. But I would be very intrigued if we go that sort of way.
That could be good though.
Almost like a 4-2-4 with a lot of flow.
Take it to them.
The only person that has a set position is probably have Gakpo and Salah with set position.
I would start Diaz. I would start Diaz. I'm not risking Gakpo. He's only just back from injury. If they're going to be rough, then I'm not risking him. Diaz can take a lot of knocks. From the streets.
Feed to the fire.
On the streets. That boy can...
Yeah, it'd be interesting. It'd be really interesting. Oh, and then also just give the ball to Salah and get goal in the system.
Yeah.
We'll go into the lineup. Go on. Kind of reference other than
semi starts for me.
And why? Because that's
what lineup we do? What lineup we do?
Whatever you want. I'm just asking why semi.
No. As in what I'm picking or what Slot's picking. We always do have this conversation. We need to get it.
Do what you think, and then together we'll do what Slot thinks.
Exactly the same semi starts just because of rest from the weekend again. I start Jones, Maka, Rav. And Elliot. I want to see Elliot in that midfield three. I don't know. Maka and Rav sitting and have Elliot.
Will Elliot be able to dominate? Will that midfield dominate Tonali and
Yeah, but I don't want him. Like, I just want him just behind the striker. I don't want him near them.
Okay, so we're going to have 2v3 and they're going to just...
We'll just take the pressure, and then we'll just pass him to Elliot as they out, and then he flips it to... Yeah.
Fine.
And Jota, yes. So.
Okay, now what do we think?
I'm just thinking differently.
What do you think Slot's going to do?
So I don't think Jones and...
Ali, same back four.
Jones probably starts.
Ali, same back four, but...
I think Simi starts.
I think Simi has to rotate just because Robbo's played every other minute.
Yeah.
Then Gravenberch obviously plays. I don't think he'll do a double pivot. I think he will do a slightly above a Grav and then slightly ahead of Grav. Jones.
I think Jones starts. Yeah.
I think he still starts Jones.
And I
think even if
I think Shobo
my playful thing, I don't think it's going to.
Yeah. No, it's not that.
And then you got Salah. I agree. Jota will fit in here.
I think Jota starts.
I think the only one played Nunes on the wing. I think Nunes plays in this game.
Nunes could play on the wing. It's not that bad.
He either plays on the wing, comes on and scores 2 in the last minute of the game to win the game. Gakpo as well.
Yeah.
Where's Chiesa?
Chiesa is there as well. Yeah, Chiesa can start.
The rotation.
I'm not starting him. He's definitely getting injured against Newcastle.
That's very true. That's very true. Go ahead, score.
3-1, I reckon.
Yeah, they're getting a goal.
Isaac's going to get a goal, isn't he? Isaac.
Their biggest threat. Like, depends who he plays off. Like, plays off centre back, he don't do anything.
The Kwanzaa player. No, I can't remember if was Kanate injured at the time in the first game.
Could have. But I think, yeah, but he had a good game there. Being struggling.
Kanate and Virgil are going to struggle against Isaac.
No, that's what I'm saying. It depends where he comes in. If he plays off of Trent, because he plays on left and cuts in, doesn't he? If he plays on, I can literally see him doing the whole Mount goal, the Callum Hudson or Doyle goal. Yeah. I can see him showing Trent on the inside, cutting in and scoring. I'm going to go for a 4-3. What I predict against City, so I'm touch wood hoping that I'm going to get jinxed again. I'm going to win 2-0.
Yeah.
4-3, a lot of goals.
3-1.
I think a lot of goals now, 4-3, for the boring cup final where we win 1-0 and do fuck all. And then Anfield South is going to roll.
Yes, it is.
Right, are you ready for the little special segment? We'll move on. So, for those of you that listened to episode 3, I think, we did some season predictions. I thought now, if I'm going away for a couple of... It'll be interesting time to revisit some of those.
Oh, God.
See if you can remember what we said and laugh at some of our guesses. So, just a reminder of the things we ran through. So, we had top 6, relegated 3.
I think I had 4 of them I relegated 3.
Hold on. We had Golden Boot, Golden Glove, Playmaker, Surprise of the Season, which could be manager, club, or player. One to watch, which could be manager, club, or player. Pressure. Top 6. Do you think you're one?
Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Chelsea, Spurs, United.
In that order?
Yeah.
At Liverpool?
Yeah.
City?
I didn't put that on.
At the start of the season, no one knew this was going to happen.
No, but I guessed someone else on Twitter. Last July. That's why I went off with.
Okay. You guessed Liverpool, City, Arsenal.
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
It's Spurs.
Oh, okay.
I went City.
You lost.
Who the fuck knew?
You lost. I knew.
City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, United, Spurs. United and Spurs are looking pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah, they are.
What the fuck? And there's a little funny thing later for that. So, relegated 3. Who do you think you said?
I'm pretty sure I said Forest.
Fuck. He's stupid.
And then I would have said Ipswich and Southampton.
Did not. What? Did Southampton?
And Wolves?
Yeah.
Everton.
Yeah. Of course you did. Which wasn't even looking that bad at one point. I said Southampton. I said Leicester. Oh, so stupid. What the fuck is that about? Forrest, what are you doing to everyone? Jeez. Golden Boot.
Salah.
You said Salah. I said Haaland. But, wait. Yeah, I know Haaland will win it.
No. Don't believe it.
I listened to the podcast today.
No, don't believe it.
But you said, but I'm going for Salah.
No, I don't believe it. The prediction was Salah.
I don't actually know who's winning, so we'll just quickly check.
Huh?
Not that one. Oh, actually, we'll go on to Playmaker first. Who do you think you said?
Salah.
I think I said. No. Okay, other one is Golden Glove.
Said Raya.
Oh.
I'll say Raya. We both say Ali.
Both said Ali.
He's been injured. He ain't getting that.
Trying to just find out who did. I think it's Sells.
Could be Salah.
Okay.
Oh, that Kevin. They let him. They just that was cool.
It is Sells. Sells is currently on 10. Raya is on 9.
Yeah.
It's on 9. Pickford on 9. When they lose, they lose.
Yeah.
8.
That's not bad since he's still on.
Like, there's a good.
He can win still.
2.5 months, 3 months.
He can still.
Easily. Only two games. Crazy. I didn't actually realise it was that close. So, top question is not even part of the thing. Who is the best stats in keeper in the league so far?
Huh?
Keeper with the best stats in the league. Go. It's Jareth. 100% clean sheet, 100% save. He's played about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, it counts. You said Playmaker. Brackets of Salah. Salah could be Palmer, depending on how Chelsea do.
Yeah.
But I'm going Salah. So every time you say two things, just hedge your bets.
I hedge my bets.
Just to say, oh, should I said it then? Who do you think?
Because I still claim that they were. The worst one would be if Palmer was. Like, see, I mentioned it, but I still went Salah.
Yeah. Who do you think you're surprised at this?
What player?
Manager, club, or player. You chose one. Give you what you chose if you want.
To me, I just chose one.
Yeah, we got to choose.
Surprise. Go on then. What was it? It was a club. Surprise for how good or bad?
Just a surprise. Both went for club. Mine's a very
Chelsea.
Thing. No, you went for Man United. Your reasoning was because they might do better than I think they will. So I don't know if you failed that because they've done really shit.
Yeah, I think I overestimated. Just to be safe.
We both said they were 6th.
Yeah.
Or 5th, rather.
5th.
And they're currently sat in 15th. Actually. Still mad. Mine was Brighton. I thought they might be able to get into Champions League.
Yeah.
They're joint with Bournemouth, one behind Newcastle, one behind City. Still potentially could go top 4.
Yeah.
I could be a winner there.
Top 5.
Yeah, they could go top 4 though. They could get Champions League. 3 points behind.
Champions League is top 5 this year.
I know it is.
Oh.
I'm just saying. If anything, they're 10 points behind Arsenal. They're closer to Arsenal. How far down did you go? Your Arsenal comment. No. Who's closer? So we're 11 points ahead of Arsenal. Arsenal are 10 points ahead of 9th.
That's changed since
Arsenal
Sunday.
Closer to 9th first.
Yeah.
But we're in a tight race here, guys. Arsenal are actually equal to 10th first. I didn't realise we were doing that good. That's insane.
We're 20 points ahead of City.
Yeah, I saw that. When do we... I want to know that, actually. When do we guarantee 4? Far off of that, are we? So what?
That's 10 points.
So
6 wins. That's 6 wins, so we just need, 3?
We're doing very well.
We're the best club in the world.
One to watch. Who's your one to watch? Player, manager, or club? Would you like to know which you chose?
Yeah.
Chose manager.
I got Maresca.
No, you did not.
Don't say I went Ten Hag.
No, you did not.
Slot.
Yes, you did. Garner. You're going to be one to watch because you're going to win. I went for Savinho.
I know you went Savinho. I was waiting for this comment.
Do you want to know what you said about it, which I referenced earlier on?
What?
You went, yeah, that's the last big... Oh, did you know, he reminds me of Robinho, who was the first big signing they made when they got the new owners. Finally, this will be the last big signing they made before they get relegated. Then spent 200 million in January. That lasted less than half a season.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely...
They definitely knew they were getting moved.
Yeah, absolutely fine. Under pressure. We both chose 3 for this. You chose 2 clubs and a manager.
Ten Hag. United.
Yeah. True? No.
Spurs.
We didn't think United was under pressure.
Under
'cause
pressure?
We thought United
Spurs?
were fine. No, because Spurs before this season were
Arsenal?
under pressure. No.
Everton.
Correct.
Forest.
No. Chelsea. Which makes sense because they had just brought Maresca second Poch after him being good. So I went for Arteta. You defended.
What's that?
You were very much saying he's not under pressure. You're like, he's not under pressure in the slightest. But there's no way they get rid of him. I'm literally sat there saying, what if he comes second and doesn't win anything this season? You're like, they won't get rid of him. Like them getting rid of Klopp when they were chasing.
Yeah, my opinion's changed a lot.
It's fucked.
It is fucked.
If they don't win anything, that's a damning.
100%.
Injury's fine, whatever. But
I think it's because I thought they
yeah.
I thought they were going to get a cut.
I'm going to take that. I still think I'm more actually going towards you of they will double down and not sack him.
Oh, 100%.
But I think he's under pressure next year.
I think the only reason they double down and don't sack him is because there's no one else.
Yeah, and that's
who do they get?
To be fair, that's a credit to him of probably the next best thing in their area that's available. I don't know who you're going to go for. If you can get Ancelotti, fine. But I think if they can get Ancelotti, they will.
Eddie Howe will be the one that they need to get.
You think?
I think Eddie Howe at Arsenal would be good
if he has
basically the same setup with Dark Arts.
Brings that back in.
Yeah.
My other ones, Ten Hag, Chelsea. Both agreed on those 2. And obviously very much came true. Next segment.
Oh.
Yeah, like that. I suppose we could have done like a points tally.
Oh, definitely.
So we both basically had the same top, but you get the extra point for saying Liverpool.
I win because I've said Liverpool.
You get 1 point for Liverpool. Both get a negative point for Forest because that is so bad.
Yeah.
So I'm on -1. But then you said Southampton. You're on 2. I said Southampton and Leicester. It's now 2-1. Oh, wait, no, you're on 0.
We ain't doing that.
It's now 1-0. Golden Boot, you said Salah.
So we get points for Chelsea being 4th at the moment. Doing this weird.
But we both get a point for that.
Doing this weird. All right.
Right. 1-0. You said Salah, I said Haaland.
Yep.
2-1. Ali, we both said Golden Glove.
They may go both said the same.
Both said Salah, so prize said United. You said United for the wrong reason.
Well, they have been a surprise. I'm not
a big surprise. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, you are. I said surprise.
All right, 4-2. Brighton, I'm going to take it because they could potentially still be a surprise. I think they're still in that running. So 4-3. Want to watch Slot. 3. Take the loss on that. Want to watch him not know what to do. Under pressure. Chelsea. I think they are doing what they should have done.
I think Chelsea as a club are. I don't think Maresca is.
You don't think? I think he's had his new manager bounce, settled into a lull. He'll pick back up again, and then I think next season they can actually do stuff. You think the amount of movement's going to go through that club in summer? Like, going to have a new team to play with. Probably all on 10-year contracts. Ten Hag, we both get a point for, so that's 6-4. Oh, I said Arteta 6-5. I'm taking it. Everton, that's not one.
They are shit.
They're not under pressure anymore. They're clear. They're above United.
How can you not say that they're not under pressure when they sacked Sean Dyche? They were at that point.
Yeah, and they're not now.
Rehired.
No,
Moyes.
they're not under pressure right now.
Were.
This is a season prediction. You can't just take your tally 6 months ago.
It wasn't 6.
No, you don't get it. You win 6-5.
Oh, I win anyway.
The end of the season.
I'll win anyway.
It's a win because. Moment of the week. Have you managed to think of one?
Szoboszlai and Salah.
Sorry for our nationalism asking your faces. Szoboszlai and Salah. That's it.
That combination.
I feel like moment of the week drifted. Be a moment and you're just saying names.
My moment
Szoboszlai
of the week.
falling flat. Like, so much effort. You loved it. Salah, smiley face, his selfie. The coffee bar, the jokes, anything. That was what it was meant to be.
Macca's black eye.
Yeah, what is that about?
I don't know.
I still haven't figured that out. I was going to ask it earlier.
I don't know where it came from.
I hope he's okay.
That was so cute.
I hope he's okay then. I want him to play. I don't want him to have a black eye. I'd Salah breaking all those records you mentioned.
Yeah.
That's a huge one. I had that Endo cameo. I think every Endo cameo will be on my rest of the season. Perfect thing. And his song literally says we're going to win the league. And then my last one is the swing. Only 5 points clear.
Which I called.
Cool. Oh, sorry for not asking you guys. I'm sure you had the moment.
Sorry.
He's been lazy.
Shut
I will now be lazy for 2 weeks.
Oh.
If I'm sat next to a pool and I might send out a couple of tweets.
I call you.
No, I might send them. You might have a surprise voice note from me.
Can you send a FaceTime?
I might send a PSG preview.
Send a FaceTime. And film yourself and I'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, I do that.
When you're by the pool with a drink in your hand.
Hairy chest.
Yeah. Everyone loves the hairy chest.
Hairy chest, blacker hair. It's all down here. Anyway, thanks again for listening to this episode
this
of
therapy
the
session.
Therapy session of the Dub Sessions podcast. Good luck with him this week. I'm sure he'll be fine.
There will be no structure.
There will be no structure.
I will not plan anything. I will just get someone else here, probably, hopefully. Oh, shit.
He does anyway.
I do.
He does. Make sure you leave a 5-star review rating. I cannot speak. It's late and ready for my holiday. Leave a like, rating, subscribe, share the pod with anyone you may think wants to. Ben, first time of your life, can you please?
No. I want to see you struggle.
Share the pod with fellow Liverpool fans who may enjoy it. We are putting more things out on social, so follow us and keep an eye out. And let's look forward to more greatness from.
Oh, damn it.
You've been watching the Dub Session podcast. I have been James.
I've been Ben.
Never walk alone. See you, Trevor.
See you, Trevor.